With friends like this, who the hell needs enemies, right? Truth be told, a lot of our friends aren't really our friends. It's unfortunate, but that's just the truth. And this is going to be super brief, but honestly, we just have people who are around us when it's convenient. A lot of us don't have genuine friends. And this reveals itself whenever you're trying to elevate in life or whenever you're trying to do better for yourself. Like maybe you want to move out the current city you're in or that you grew up in because you want more out of life. Maybe you want to quit your career and start a new career path. Maybe you just want to get back in the gym and start working on your health or start a new business or some new venture that you've wanted to embark on. Whatever the case may be, do your friends encourage and support you, or do they, immediately default to it's not going to work or that isn't a good idea, or do they laugh at you and make jokes at your expense? Because really pay attention to that. A lot of times our friends, they try to mask how they really feel about us through humor, and sarcasm and whatever the case may be. But there is truth in jest. There's a reason that that's a saying, you know. So really pay attention to that. Pay attention to how your friends react when you win, when you have good news, and when you have bad news, when bad things are happening to you, because they always reveal themselves in those moments. Take something as simple as social media, for example. Isn't it crazy how a lot of times we'll get more support, more, more appreciation, whatever you want to call it, from random strangers online than we'll get from our actual friends. Like we won't get as many likes, as many comments, as much engagement, whatever from our friends, but random people who you don't even know, who you've never met, who you'll probably never meet, they'll be showing you more love, more support, more appreciation on something as trivial as social media. Stuff like that is telling. I say all that to say a lot of us don't have real friends. And we grow up, unfortunately, with this belief that our friends are going to be loyal and support us. And, just because we've known someone for a long time, that means they might have our back. But again, that's rarely, rarely the case. A lot of our friends are just there. They're just there because, we share similar proximity. Maybe we go to the same school. Maybe you go to the same school, maybe, in the workplace, maybe it's just a local town friendship. So you guys see each other often, but that's not always going to translate to a real, genuine friendship. Pay attention to those things. You know, why is it only you who has their back when they need you? Why are you the only one showing loyalty and support when they need it, but when you need it, they're nowhere to be found? All these sorts of things are really telling. So just pay attention to all that. When push comes to shove, a lot of times they're going to fold. If you have to question someone's loyalty, someone's support, you know, they're not your friend, truthfully. And again, we always have this mindset that our friends are going to be loyal and have our back and they'll be with us forever. No, you're going to outgrow a lot of friends, especially as you try to improve your life, as you try to level up, because a lot of times that stirs up their insecurities, that stirs up their flaws, that stirs up their shortcomings. And there's going to be that disconnect and you will start to feel it. Don't be afraid of losing friends who don't want to grow with you or who are bad friends in general. It's your life. You have to accept that you want to improve and you want to do better. And that means you're going to leave some people behind along the way. And that's perfectly fine because as you level up, you will start to attract better and more genuine friends, you know, because a lot of people want you to do better, but they don't want you to do better than them. And those are a lot of the friends we surround ourselves with. So if you notice that, if you notice disloyalty, if you notice they don't support you, if you notice they don't encourage you, they always make jokes about you, they don't really have your back, why are you still associating with them? If these people aren't doing much for you, but you seem to be doing a lot for them, it seems like it's a one-way street often. Cut the ties and just move on. They are not your friends. That's really it for this video, though. If you see those warning signs, cut your losses early and leave them behind. Because if you keep, if you stay in that friendship, sooner or later, they're going to do you in. They're going to do you dirty. That disloyalty that you're seeing now, it's only going to grow worse and worse until something catastrophic happens, which hopefully you can avoid. So just leave them behind, level up. They're not your real friends. You will attract better, genuine, more quality friends as you progress in life. I really hope you enjoyed this. I really hope you can get something from this, because you are not helpless. You're not a victim. Unplug from the lies and take your power back. Let's get to the other side together.